Hi everyone, I'm Natasha,
And I'm Bella.
and today we'll be talking about finding good friends and being one.
So true.
So, first off, who really is your friend? Like, that's my first question. Who is your friend? Who are your friends? Is your friend everyone you know? Like, every person you know is your
Mm-hmm.
friend? Like, your neighbors, every one of your classmates?
Literally.
What does
Like
the
define.
name
Mm-hmm.
friend mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, friend is someone who knows me like personally,
Mm-hmm.
like on a personal level. Like I'm not afraid to tell you if I succeed, if I fail.
So true.
And I heard this from the majestic Tam Cower. She said that you realize that you're like not having a good friendship if you're like afraid to tell your friend something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you succeed or you fail, you're just like, oh, should I tell them? Would they not laugh at me or
Mm-hmm.
something?
You start questioning whether to even like open up.
Yeah. And so really like think about what word friend means to you, because I know, for example, my sister, and I know many people who are like, oh, I have like 50 friends, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you have 50 friends? Like 50
Mm-hmm.
people know about you like personally, like they know where you go to school and what you
Mm-hmm.
do in your life and where you goes. And she's like, oh no, like I just like I know them. And I'm like, hmm. Like,
No, I totally get what you mean because I never consider those people friends. But
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people that they maybe have classes with someone or they do a sport like a few times a week and
Yeah.
they're like, these people are my friends. But are they your friends or do you just like talk to them because a hobby connects you or the class connects you? Because I know that I'm friendly with everyone. I'm friendly
Mm-hmm.
with people, but are they my friends? No, like true like friends that genuinely know about me. Like I could count them on one hand. Mine is like three fingers. So it's
No,
really
no, I really see what you're saying, because like it's really it is like that. One hand minus three th- three fingers now. Yeah.
literally no, but I feel like if you but I genuinely feel like it's a peaceful life
Mhm.
having just a few people that know about you,
Mhm.
because I feel like when everyone knows about you, like everything about you, it can be so easily like used against you,
Oh
and you
yes.
don't want to be like sharing everything with everyone. Like it's your life and you have the ability to choose what to share with certain
Mhm.
people. And I don't know, I just wouldn't ever want to do like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do
No,
that.
I see what you're saying, cuz like you wanna be with people like on a friendly
Mhm.
level
Mhm.
connected. Like you don't want your classmates to hate you. I mean, if they already
Literally.
hate you, they're probably just like hating you for no reason. If you're
Mhm.
like a good person, not mean. Many
Mhm.
people are jealous, many people are unhappy with themselves.
Mhm.
It's just the basics. Like if they're bullying, they're unhappy.
Mhm.
So like that. But if you really are like on a friendly basis level
Mhm.
connected with people, I think it's really good, because it's always good to like know someone who can maybe help you with, I
Mhm.
don't know, homework,
Mhm.
or I mean, not that personal things. I think that oversharing is
So dangerous,
it is
honestly.
dangerous, and it is really common for people to like overshare with basically strangers who they know like on a friendly level.
Mhm.
It's just, if you really have this problem with oversharing, I really had it, and I
I
heard
did
it
too.
comes from your childhood, that you
Mhm.
may think that you weren't like being listened to enough, like maybe your parents didn't listen to you that much, or maybe your siblings were like more occupied with their
Mhm.
life instead of listening to you.
Mhm.
So you always feel the need to tell everyone everything, but really keep it to yourself. They don't want
Literally.
to know.
So true because mm, I mean, yeah, you don't
Mhm.
it's such a personal thing, like you're being vulnerable with people that like you don't know what headspace they're in. Like they might be
Yeah.
literally like, I could not care less, like you're my classmate and you just keep telling them about, "Oh, I have this issue at home," like, and you keep telling
No, always keep
everyone.
these things personal. Like my
Keep it personal.
parents always told me, like from young age, like keep so many things like private, like the income, the financial situation at home, like what is happening, like the relationship
Mhm.
situation at home, even with like other friends, like keep those things private, only share, I don't know, like with friends you obviously can share like more, but really define who friends are for
Literally.
you. Cuz a friend is really someone who, not, you can only tell like bad news, like, oh, I really had this problem and I failed at school, or
Mhm.
like I didn't get the job, and they will be like, oh, that's so sad, and that's it. They, friends really want to listen to you and they want to help you overcome
Literally.
this
Mhm.
issue. They want to find a solution for you. I mean, obviously it goes with like what type of people
Right.
you
Mhm.
like surround yourself
Mhm.
with. If they are like negative people, they most likely won't listen to. They will just wail about their misery.
Right. 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 Like this is also what you, because it's confusing with friends, right? Like
Mhm.
sometimes you're like they're my friend because I can comfortably talk about things I don't like with them, and they will relate to it and be like, "Yeah, I also hate that." But you have to realize that these friends are not real friends, because you know once you do well and
Mhm.
once you tell them like I'm doing well, they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be like, "Well, I didn't think you actually like meant that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you
They
actually like."
they will be so like offended on their own. They will be like, You now think that you're much better than me. You think you're
Literally.
on another level, and you're just
Literally
like,
no one said
no,
that.
I just stopped doing all the harmful things and I
Mhm.
did something better with my life." And they will be just like, whew, so you like, you changed and now you think you're better than me.
Literally.
No one
No one
said
said
that.
that.
And you know why you're saying this?
Because
Because
it's
you think it in
lit-
your head.
that's what I'm saying, because people, you can literally tell them like, "Oh, like they'll give that, like let's say a person gives you an apple and you're like, "Oh, like I don't like apples."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Well, you probably also didn't like the orange I gave you last time." I'm like, "What?" Like what like they will connect
Project,
dots and they
yeah.
will be like, "Well, you don't like oranges." I'm like, literally never said that. Like tell me when I said that. And you can tell that it's projecting, like
Mm-hmm.
like it's, as you said, like it's straight up projecting. Like they can tell that they don't like something about themselves or they're insecure about something, so they bring it up even
Mm-hmm.
though you didn't say it. Because I'm a person, and I think you're as well, that if we mean something, we say it.
Yeah,
And a lot of
100%.
people, they will take it like, oh, she's just saying it to say it. But I don't say things to say them. I say things and I do them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tell someone like, oh, I didn't like this, and they go, oh, so that means that you never liked me. I'm like, I never said that. Like that's coming from you, your insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell that these people are not your friends. Like they really
Mm-hmm.
aren't.
The funny thing about projection, I mean, I'm just thinking about it now. I never thought about it like this before, or
Mhm.
maybe I did. I don't remember. But like, you project on how you see the world, like what's
Mhm.
inside of you. You show it to people.
Mhm.
And if you're unhappy, if you're miserable, if you're ugly on the inside, you show it to people. You get always offended. People try to communicate with you and they're like, just like you said, oh, I don't like apples. Oh, so you don't like me. So you
Literally.
don't like me. Okay,
You
I'm
don't
just,
like the apple I gave you because it was mine apple. Mine apple.
yeah.
No. No.
No. So it's really like the projection, but if you look at it on the other side, people who are loving themselves, respecting themselves, taking care of themselves, like being in full authenticity, like how to
Mhm.
say it, they will project love onto you.
Mhm.
And that's, I think I see it in our relationship, maybe
I
like our
do too.
friendship, like I really
Mhm.
do see it, that if something happens, I see myself in you. I don't
Mhm.
know how to say it, but like I see the love as
I
a
understand
mirror.
what you're saying.
Like
Yeah.
I, it's just like circling between us,
Mhm.
the love and the respect. And this is because we surround each other with ourselves and not
Liter-
with the other people.
Literally, and always like quality over quantity. Like you can
Mhm.
have billion friends, like how many of them do truly understand you? Like how many of them understand your mantra? Like
Mhm.
you have things that you value, and your values will always, always, always go over anything else.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't align with the values, I don't think you can call those people your friends, because
Yeah, it's the values that
the
bring people together,
literally,
not the interests.
not the hobbies, the
Mhm.
favorite colors or whatever,
Yeah.
the same school. Like, it's the values. And I also feel the same way. I feel like we have a beautiful relationship because our values are like very like super similar. Like,
Yeah.
we value the same things, we think the same way. Like, I'm not afraid to tell you when something bad happens. I know you're like
Mhm.
my support. I know I'm not gonna be wailing about it as well for like ages and be like, well, I'm miserable and there's no like
Mhm.
outcome. Like, I or the same goes for, like, I know you're not gonna be coming to me like, I like the world is awful and I don't want to live anymore, and I'm not trying to change that. You know,
Yeah.
like, I can tell that.
Even when like bad things happen,
Mm-hmm.
it's like always the way you look at it, because it's not like bad things happen, but like sometimes the days are not as good as they were before.
Literally. Mm-hmm.
Something unexpected may, like, let's say with quotes, like come at you or something like
Uh-huh.
that. And it's just, that's the time you get to show yourself how much you love yourself and
Mm-hmm.
how much you're not willing to stay at the bottom of the ocean wailing, but like
Literally.
rising up,
So
doing
true.
the work, like accepting it and
Mm-hmm.
moving on. And it's really just about you and the friends you surround yourself with. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why you need to be picky with like who really
Literally.
is your friend.
Be super, super
Rather be
picky.
alone than with someone, because like you say to yourself like, oh, I'll just have this friend and I'll communicate with them on a daily basis, but their energy, it's coming onto you.
This
Like
is,
if you
oh my,
are
yeah.
if you're like, okay, well, maybe our values are different, like I'm trying to better myself, and they maybe they like smoke and drink and do drugs and they never learn, and I'm just like trying to get into good school, but I'll
Mm-hmm.
stay in contact because I don't have anyone else to contact. Their energy is going to stick onto you.
So true. I saw this video and we sent it to each other. I think
Oh
you
yeah.
sent it to me,
Or you
or
to
I
me.
don't know. But it was this girl, and she said that people that are on like people that are trying to change and are vibrating higher, but keep talking to people that have low vibration, and they talk to them and they're like, well, I'm still staying at a higher vibration. It's so not true, because
Mm-hmm.
those low vibrating people, like, to connect with them, you have to match their energy, their vibration. Like, if they're like vibrating lower, means you also have to lower your vibration. So it's never going to be beneficial for you,
Mm-hmm.
ever. Like, it's
Yeah.
not going to like be beneficial, because these people are in a sad mindset, and you have to, like, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like, oh well, I'm still like vibrating high, like I'm doing all these things, but like, you don't understand, like, these people are bringing you low. They're bringing you low
Yeah.
to talk to them, because if you were talking to them in your vibration, like, they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't listen, they wouldn't understand it. You have to
No,
vibe.
they will not. Yes, and that's it. Like, I think with the vibrations, I'm not an expert, but I really think that it works. Like, you go from higher to lower,
Mm-hmm.
usually with people.
Yes, yes.
So if they maybe like talk to you and they're like, oh yes, and smoking and drinking, they don't want to hear about you like studying.
Literally, they
So
don't care.
they really don't care. And because you are the friend that wants to stay in contact, you are going to make that sacrifice and be
Mhm.
like, oh yes, and drinking and smoking and doing
Right.
bad stuff and not learning. So you are lowering your vibration for them.
Literally.
And that's why you're like not like coming onto their level, but like
No,
going from the high to the bottom and not
right.
staying on the high and moving higher. I
No,
saw this.
Yeah, I know what you.
I saw this TED talk yesterday, and this man said that the highest frequency is authenticity, and that it's like 4,000 times stronger than love. Because I thought that
Wow.
love was the
I
strongest
also
frequency.
did.
He was
Wow.
like, do you know what's the strongest frequency? And I was like, love. And he's like, authenticity.
Wow.
So if you are
Okay.
authentic, you vibrate on a really high level. And if you are picky with your friends, you are authentic to like what resonates with you, your
Literally.
values, and what you like and what you don't like. And those times when you say no to other people, the no represents yes for
For your
yourself
values,
or
right?
your values.
Mm-hmm.
So you really be careful with what you say yes to. Like if your friend, maybe you have, it's just about the values, like we're circling about the same thing, because like
Yeah.
if they are if they start talking to about, oh yes, and then I went to get like fast food because I don't cook for myself, and basically I had McDonald's like 4 times this week. Do you want to come with me? And you say yes to this just because you don't want to pick like battles,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to like create a like mm, conflict.
Mm-hmm.
If you said no, you would say it would mean yes for your healthy lifestyle and for
So true.
your the things you value, but because you say yes just not to create any conflict, you are saying no to yourself.
Literally.
It's like two ways. It's like two
Mm-hmm.
ways. You gotta respect yourself, and it goes not only with like being in relationship with like romantic,
Mm-hmm.
like with partner, but also the friendships. Like respect yourself first. Find out who you are. It's really important to know your values. It took me. I am so glad to say it took me like 17 or 18 years, because
Right.
many people don't know it in their 40s. I
Literally.
was really blessed with this knowledge that I have right now. Thank you so much, everyone who gave it to me. Like, it
Literally.
was a huge blessing, like, huge
Mm-hmm.
awakening for me. Figure out your values. It's
Mm-hmm.
really, really important. I feel like I'm talking for like 100 minutes now, monologue, so maybe I'm going to give you space.
No,
Leah.
no, I love listening to you because I genuinely just agree with everything
Mm-hmm.
you say. I feel like we talk about it a lot. Like the values, it all goes from the values. It
Mm-hmm.
all just stems from there. Like the friends, they like if you like this is I feel like it's so simple. Like it
Yeah.
sounds so simple, like okay, just match people with your values, and it can be harder to find them because if your values are somewhat mm,
Like different
like
from the other
different, right?
people.
Like because a lot of times people will see someone with values like, oh, I don't want to smoke, drink, I want to eat healthy, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, well, they're not enjoying their life. You're not enjoying your life, they're crazy, I don't want to talk to them. And you have to like realize that a lot of people think this way,
Mm-hmm.
and that it is okay if you can't find people with like the same mindset, because it's so hard. It really is kind of hard because you can't change the way people think.
Mm-hmm.
You can only like attract people of similar values, but there's gonna be lesser of them because a lot of people, they don't care about having these values. So
Mm-hmm.
don't like, I know it's uncomfortable being alone. I know it's not nice. I know it feels lonely sometimes. But ask yourself this, like, would you rather be lonely and alone, or would you rather be in a company with someone who doesn't serve you and is making you super miserable just to talk to someone?
Yeah, it really is that. And with the like being alone, you
Mhm.
can always go out and try to meet someone. But like what I learned is that you have to pick the places you go to.
Mhm.
Because I, in my simple little head, like a few months ago, I was just like, oh, I'll just go to a bar and I'll meet someone there and we'll be best friends. Who am I going to meet at the bar? Who is going to be at the bar? Someone thinking like me?
No.
Probably not.
Literally.
How am I going to find a person who doesn't like drinking, smoking, likes to eat healthy, likes to take care of themselves in a bar?
Literally.
Like let's just let that sink in.
Literally.
You probably have to go somewhere you want to find those people. So maybe in a healthy restaurant, maybe like a library, maybe like school. I don't know if there are any TED talks around in
Mhm.
here, but like you have to pick the
Or like
places you go
clubs.
to.
Like a lot of schools have like clubs,
Yeah, like
and
book
you
clubs
can
and
like
stuff.
book clubs, or they talk about some like things they
Mm-hmm.
care about. And
This sounds really simple, but in my head it was really like I'll just go out and I'll find someone, I don't know, on the street or like in
mhm.
my school or like in a nightclub. Who in a nightclub is going to match my values? It's
Literally.
like
Probably not a lot.
This is for my younger self. Like, what were you
Literally.
thinking, my sweet little girl? I
No,
mean, I didn't
I-
go to the club because
Mhm.
I loved it at home, but
No, but I totally like get what you mean because
Mhm.
I also used to think that way. Like club, like that was my first thing. Like club, like there has to be, there's a lot of people there, meaning I find my best friend there.
but you know what? We went to this amazing. It's not like a gym,
Mhm.
but like we were there together. Like it was a place filled with people. I think that were like so high vibrating
Literally.
because it was a bit more maybe expensive, and there
Mhm.
were so many sports in there, like yoga, Pilates, also some like muscle working stuff,
Right.
and so many dances. And I think that that elevated me the most. I met some people
Me
there. I'm not
too.
in contact with them now because I kind of didn't get their contact info. I met them like once, but
Mhm.
those are the places you are trying to match someone. Like if you go to the nearest cheapest gym,
Literally.
you'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
there the nearest cheapest people.
Literally.
So we gotta go make the effort somewhere where you. Oh hi, kitty cat. Yeah, but this cat, I mean, I love her, but like I'm gonna stay detached so she loves me back.
Girl.
It's just really hard
She's
with
a
her.
Cancer.
Yeah, I'm afraid for her with her life.
Yeah. No, but yeah, be picky even with your hobbies.
Mhm.
Like be picky really. Honestly, I didn't always like the whole thing like not everything you pay for is necessarily better. Like not everything
Yes, like
paid
100%.
is gonna bring you better values, but or like people with the same
Mhm.
values, like sometimes just people short on money. But it's so true because I really saw that these women there, they
Mhm.
really took care of themselves. Like they spend that extra buck to go there because they could go to like a cheaper class. They didn't because they invested in themselves.
Yeah.
And this is something I love, like investing in yourself. And this is something that you should also like see in your friends. Like
Mhm.
if your friends are afraid to invest in themselves, like always, like if they're like, oh,
So
like
true.
let's I don't know, go somewhere that's gonna
Let's
elevate
eat
us.
fast food. No.
Literally.
I jumped into your thing because I
No,
got into. Oh, so
no, I
sorry.
wanted to kind of say the same thing. Like when they say,
Mhm.
or when we say, like, oh, let's like eat food or
Mhm.
let's order something. Like it's gonna be so cool. It's your birthday or whatever. And
Mhm.
they're like, no, like it's expensive. I'm like, it's your fucking birthday. It's your birthday. Chill. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy yourself. Like, treat yourself, please.
No, always find people that are willing to invest in themselves, not only money but also like time.
Mm-hmm.
It makes
Time
a
is money.
huge difference. Like if they're not willing to invest 1 hour daily into their routine, like even like shower routine, if you ask them and they're like, "Oh yes, I use 3 in 1 bottle," no, 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 no,
Literally.
no, 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 and no. So yes, and with being a good friend, it's just the same. Like I think really the first thing to do is always to find the values you value, like learn about yourself, and that way you can then elevate yourself. There's like tons of videos, just like our podcast right here, that you can listen to, that you can like take in you and learn from how to be a better version of you. Because people who are mean, people who are not a good listeners, people who are bad friends, they're not happy with themselves, they do not listen to these podcasts and
Mm-hmm.
videos, and they don't read like self-improvement books. So really, truly, first thing, like find out about yourself, learn about yourself, and then elevate the version to be the best version you can be.
Oh, beautifully said.
Thank you so much, Bella.
No, but it all, yeah, it just
Mhm.
stems from you, and then you match the energy.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
guys.
guys.
Thank you so,
So
much for
much.
listening. Thank you so
you.
much, Bella. I
Thank
love your
you.
input. Like
I love your
I
input.
jumped into your speech, I think, like many times today, which I'm so sorry for, but I really love the
No.
things you're saying, and sometimes my head just goes like super fast and I don't realize that I'm talking like the same time as you.
No, I feel like I do the same thing. Like you're saying something and it comes to my mind. I'm like, oh my god, I want to say the same thing because I agree. No, but yeah,
Thank
this
you
was
so
so
much.
fun.
Oh,
Thank
it
you.
always is so much fun. Thank you so much for being here. And
And
okay,
thank you
guys, we will
guys.
see you in the next
Next
episode.
episode.
And stay tuned for the next things because it will be amazing.
It will be.
Okay, bye.
Bye.